talks about that promiscuous.
Put them inside the case or make them suspect them of doing anything. Talking about bullying, we'll talk about that bullying. That Sam Larry where carry boys. I don't tell Sam Larry after Ramadan. I go interview him. That Sam Larry where pack those boys, make them go gather Mohbad. He must talk with what happen on that day. Yes, he will have to tell the general public. At least he owes me that. He should tell us what happened on that day. Why did he carry those much boys to go and fight? And the good part is that Sam Larry will not be able to lie. You know why? Because Zlatan was there. I am pretty sure that the public wants to know Zlatan was there. So Sam Larry lied. Zlatan did when they asked. That bullying matter almost didn't. And then Wunmi don't claim to be innocent because this is you also bullying your husband. But you say they bullied him. You also did the same thing. He went through a lot. A part of what happened to that boy. The boy don't fight before those country can don't buy things. He was going through a lot. The voice note that came out when he talks, say, when I'll play the voice note. In that voice note, you have come out to say that he had trauma from NDLEA, blah, 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 blah. All of you around me. All of you. Now, let's play the voice note.
I'm feeling okay, my life.
Social media Egba station
ilé rẹ̀ máa bí ṣàbẹ̀yìn wà láìpẹ́
ó sì gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ ṣèkì àwa bí kèsì kẹ̀kẹ́ gbé jáde wò àbàbà kì í ṣe sí.
That's the place I want you guys to
hear.
We'll now go back to them.
Àwọn alẹ́ yẹn ká máa bójú ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ ṣẹ́ sí.
His father.
I had the girl and the family walk by him. Now I remember interviewing my sister. My sister said something.
Mohbad tell you say why did you get somebody from Mali and so the person
You don't hear him? Now Mohbad tell my see that one.
Foxy Mobile's unlimited social media and YouTube shorts is the best.
Nothing for no one.
I don't even want to get off my husband. It still feels like my husband is still alive because he's in Yaba mode. He has not been buried. He's been pieces twice. They literally did two autopsy. The government autopsy and the private autopsy my father-in-law did. I made it known that I have been waiting for the DNA. They said once the DNA is done, I shouldn't tell the public the result of the DNA. He has called me a promiscuous woman. He has called me a cheating wife. It was even the one that initiated that marriage. And he was present, of course. He was the happiest. He has tried to take my right away from me as a woman. I could not even sleep. Like, I had to stop breastfeeding my baby. My father-in-law wanted to be in control of my husband's properties. If your son and I are married together, one thing I will tell him is that I not believe what I've been saying. You know deep down that you maltreated my husband. It has really gotten to a point that I speak up my die inside.
Come for me. Without going into all of the things that have happened,
yeah.
How are you?
You just asked a very huge question.
Yeah.
I would say I'm fine because, you know, my sadness is not going to change anything. So, regardless of whatever I feel,
yeah,
at least I'm still here, I'm still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say I'm fine.
So in this answer now you talked about sadness.
Yeah.
And again, there's a lot that has happened.
Yeah, a lot.
First, obviously, I know that the loss of your husband has been the biggest of all of this.
Yeah.
What is the saddest thing for you in all the things that have happened after? For a grieving widow who has less than
5-month-old baby.
Yes, at the time of the passing.
Yeah.
What has been the saddest thing that has happened since this?
I feel like the saddest thing I've experienced so far is the fact that the person that's supposed to be in Gaza with my late husband, this person that's supposed to be my son and highest protector, is our chief prosecutor.
Right.
And he's been everywhere trying to, recruit people to turn against my son and I, both online and offline. Like, he's been from one threat to another.
This is Mohbad's father you're talking about?
My father-in-law,
Father-in-law.
Yeah, so it's been from one threat to another. We no longer feel safe. Like, I literally get death threat almost every day in my DMs. I barely go out. My baby, like his grandchild also, he's been deprived of so many childhood memories, but there's nothing for me to do than just to see how things goes.
What's the problem with your father-in-law exactly?
Yeah,
Between you and him?
Yeah, so I feel like the problem is just about family disputes.
Okay. What do you mean?
The problem is more like a competition between him and Liam.
Between your father-in-law and your son?
Yes.
A competition?
It sounds funny, but that's the actual truth.
Can you explain that?
Yeah, because after the death of my husband,
Yeah.
a lot happened, and my father-in-law wanted to be in control
Of?
my husband's properties.
Right.
The fact that there is Liam in the picture, because there was one time I actually called him to ask him, like, what happened? What do we do to deserve all of this? Like, why have you been out there defaming your grandchild and me? And he was like, why do I have to take Liam away from him? Why do I have to take Liam to my mother-in-law's place on the island? That is my husband rented apartment.
Right.
That was not supposed to bring him over to meet him in Ikorodu, because himself and my mother-in-law, they're not in good terms.
Right.
He was just trying to manipulate me.
Yes.
So,
So your father-in-law and your mother-in-law are not on good terms.
Yeah.
Right. So he was not asking, why did you take the
son
to the...
after my husband's demise.
Yes, right.
So I explained to him, I made him understand that my mother-in-law has been the only one asking of Liam. He never did. Instead, he was always online defaming us, and then I apologized to him.
Okay.
Yeah, I apologized. I told you I was sorry. That I would bring him over to him.
When was this?
That was I think 3 weeks after my husband's demise. Then it was like I started going online talking about the DNA, and
So he had already started talking about the DNA.
DNA, yes. That was when I called him.
Right. That's when you now called him.
Yes. So he made me understand that why do I have to take Liam to my mother-in-law's place? Like, is it not the owner of his grandchild? Like, trying to make me feel like a bad person. But I understand where he was heading to. So I just had to apologize to him to make things, to make things calm. And I asked him again, like, what happened? Why are you doing this to me? Then he responded by saying, he is sure that a lot of people would have called me to tell me what he wants. And truly, a lot of people called me. My dad, my mother-in-law, my husband's friend, and few people we have around literally called me to tell me what he wants. And he told my father whatever the...
I see. As I listen to this thing, I can't wait make the question this girl. I can't wait. Lying with confidence. Confidently lying. I can't wait. Make Sanchi to just ask him question like just like 20 minutes. Yeah? Hey.
To my husband, I know that I have access to, that I should make sure that I hand over everything to him, including the landed property got for Liam. So I told,
including the landed property he got for Liam. Now, Dida, good afternoon. Now, ask yourself this question. What was the date that landed property was purchased? When did they give birth to Liam? How come they knew they were going to name that child? If the properties was gotten before they gave birth to Liam, how come they knew it was Oruko? woman someone Liam to
told him the same thing that he has been telling people, like, this is what these people are telling me. And I made him understand that, Daddy, you have, like, my husband got through 2 lands before his demise, one in Ekiti and one in Ikorodu. Like, why do you want to take the one that belongs to Liam?
Right.
Then he was like, I shouldn't question him, that is what he wants. Then I said, okay. Then he was like,
Who's Off is a quick, accurate and simple to use staff leave planner.
his son's properties, and he was telling him that he has a son. So like, who is his grandchild to start asking him to start dictating what he wants?
That's why you talk about the competition between him and the grandchild.
Yeah.
So he said to his son's lawyer, who is the grandchild?
I was not even given the chance to talk. So I was not given the chance to say my own side of the story. So, so as much as I feel like, some things need to be addressed, I still had the mindset that I don't know how people would react if I should talk, because without hearing anything from me, they've crucified me, they've said a lot of things about me.
Yeah.
So, that alone has, made me, like, my low self-esteem to be very, very low, because, I no longer have the audacity to at least speak on things that really matters. Yeah. So I think that is one thing that has been causing the whole issue. The fact that Liam is in the picture.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is his grandchild.
It sounds strange to me also. It will sound weird to say it, but I'm left with no choice. I just have to say it as it is.
Yeah.
Because it has really gotten to a point that it's either I speak up or I die in silence. Yeah, so I feel like me speaking up will be the right thing for me at this point.
The biggest thing that I think, based on what I've read, your father-in-law has, I think there are 2 things that I have heard. I don't know if they are from him. One is that he has questioned whether yourself and your husband were married. Yeah. And 2, he has questioned whether your husband is the father
of my child.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the first one, I know that as far back as 2003, if I remember correctly, a popular actress had gone online and confirmed that you guys were married,
Yeah.
Now look at this interview. A popular actress had gone online to confirm. Please, if you're married to somebody, is he an actress that will confirm the legality of the marriage? Because I don't understand. This guy, just here and I just cruise. The guy where they doing the interview, he did live for her. She too, she did live for the guy. Now with me they see be this so. No be court go, court now you go show certificate, say una wed. No be picture. Even court matter. If you carry picture of each court no go see him. Is it that thing where they use cover? They see. Yes, that. You go just that certificate go show say all the people we don't marry, I beg, when we marry for this platform, I beg. She na actress they confirm on the legality of marriage. I mean a certificate. On a year more. Why she don't produce the certificates now?
The exact status of that marriage thing, because I think that's the first thing your father-in-law
I spoke about. Yeah, it was a traditional marriage, like
right.
Yeah,
which is recognized under the law.
Of course, it is.
Right, so it wasn't an introduction you did.
No, it wasn't. The funniest thing is that he was even the one that made that possible. I mean, my father-in-law.
How so?
That is the funniest thing, because left to me and my husband, we just wanted to live our life because we're young couples. Like I was 23. Pregnant,
right.
And so he was the one coming to us, because that man is actually my friend. Like we were literally.
I was 23 when I got pregnant. It's different from I was 23 when I got married.
close.
Yes, I've sent some text messages.
We were very close. Like he's like a father to me. You know, that is one thing that the media did not get to know. He's like he was my friend in that marriage. So it was even to me to tell me that I'm like, now that I'm pregnant, that we need to get things done. That if I was to be his daughter, he would never allow me to train my child in my husband's house because he was not married, because he's not married to me. That I should go to my parents' house. I should get a list and send it to him.
So your father-in-law is the one that even encouraged you guys to
that is the funniest thing. Left to me, I won't get married because I knew my husband loved me and he knows I love him too. So we just want to live our life. So it was even the one that
all the women, make I use that word, all the women on this platform. Is he enough to say when a guy loves you, you don't want to get married? Because I'm just hearing this for the first time, that you don't want to even get married because you both love each other. Yes, I name already. Mama already see got to alley. Oh, go see. Already, oh, barista. Already, oh, it's not a laughing thing.
Because it has really gotten to a point that it's either I speak up or I die in silence. Yeah, so I feel like me speaking up will be the right thing for me at this point.
The biggest thing that I think, based on what I've read, your father-in-law has, I think there are two things that I have heard. I don't know if they are from him. One is that he has questioned whether yourself and your husband were married.
I don't understand.
Yeah. And two, he has questioned your husband is the father
of my child.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the first one, you know, I know that as far back as 2003, if I remember correctly, a popular actress had gone online and confirmed that you guys were married, you know.
Yeah.
What's the exact...
Thank you. I love this comment. Mama T. Poch. She said, a man that could do all that to have a grandchild would now be competing with the grandchild? Question mark. We know she's just lying.
Because of that marriage thing, because I think that's the first thing they all...
Here's 3 reasons why you should check if your home is eligible for the free funding to upgrade your current windows and doors. Number 1 is that you don't need any sort of benefit to apply for this.
I spoke about, it was a traditional marriage, like, yeah.
Which is recognized under the law.
Of course it is.
Right, so it wasn't an introduction.
No, it wasn't. The funniest thing is that he was even the one that made that possible. I mean, my father-in-law.
How so?
That is the funniest thing, because left to me and my husband, we just wanted to live our life. Because we were young couples. Like, I was 23 when I got pregnant.
Right.
And so he was the one coming to us, because that man is actually my friend. Like, we were literally close.
Yes, I've sent some text messages.
We were very close. Like, he's like a father to me. You know, that is one thing that the media did not get to know. He's like he was my friend in that marriage. So it was even the one that came to me to tell me that, I'm like, now that I'm pregnant, that...
What you're saying? Okay, let's continue.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah, I'm fine now. Thank you.
Okay. Then he questioned the paternity of the child.
Yeah.
How did you hear that your father-in-law was questioning the paternity of your child?
I got to know online.
So he came online and did a video.
He never called me. He never called any of the family members to ask for the DNA of Liam.
She just came online and said, nobody is not the father of the child.
I swear to God.
Did you call him after that?
Of course I did.
And then what did he say?
He didn't say anything. He was just saying, why do you have to take Liam away from him? Like, you know, he didn't, like, I was expecting him to talk about the paternity, like, ask me for the DNA, I'm your daughter-in-law. He never did. Even when I called him, the word he was telling me was, why do I have to take Liam away from him?
So it's like he's punishing you for...
Yeah.
Is there nobody in the family that can call him...
To order?
Yes.
He's the head of the family. I think he should be in his late 50s. So he's the head.
Thank God. She just said one thing now. That Baba Mohbad is the head of the family. And you know why she said this? Because when they got to that DNA family court, first of all, she challenged that Baba cannot ask for the paternity of the child. That was the first thing that the Milord sorted out. That no, even before that, she said that they want to go and bury, don't forget, one inquest. Now she said, she and Mohbad, they went to do drama in the inquest that they want to go and bury Mohbad. They just want to bury her. And that one said, no, this is the head of the family. The two of you cannot decide. You have to go through to this man. Pam. It dawned on them. Now they went again and that this man is if he is the grandchild of this man, he has the right to ask for the paternity of this child. Don't forget them dower class then. Them dower class, all this and Baba has no legal rights. Baba cannot ask for. Baba can never. He can. There is no way. They were quoting some law under the Nigerian law, under the Alabele law. You know, they were saying Baba can never. A grandfather can never. But the first thing that was addressed when they go to that DNA call, yeah, that one about it. God bless you, by a billion. The first thing that was addressed is that Baba has the right to ask and top movie. God bless you. Baba, under the online law, yes, I did no. Online law again. It was confirmed that Baba has the right to ask for the paternity. Let's go on.
I don't think there should be anybody somewhere that would, because he knows what to do, he knows the right thing. But you know, he's just using the DNA as a tool to punish me. To punish my son and I. Yeah.
When's the first time you asked for a DNA?
Now, how can somebody is using DNA to punish your son and you? Hey, Crocodile, thank you. That British Babe and Co. All of them were saying, Baba doesn't have the right to ask for the. Don't clear now. It's don't clear. And our tissue, we don't even they do DNA now. Now tissue-based DNA won't do. You understand? Tissue-based DNA. But I remember that day that we were on the platform with Osha now. Do you remember? I don't forget that platform where we did way back. You know that we were engaging ourselves on this thing. You know. Let's continue.
Okay. So when the DNA narrative came out, at first I didn't take it serious because I was like, who is this guy for the DNA of my child? Like, who is in the grand scheme of things? Like, so why is he asking for the paternity?
Who is the person that asked?
I don't want to mention his name.
Right. Was it a blogger?
Like social media.
Now VDM, the fear of VDM. The fear of VDM. It cannot mention it. But last night you don't touch VDM too. You don't respond, you don't show Mali.
Media content creators.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Then, you know, I was like, why is he asking for the DNA of my child?
Yeah.
So at first I didn't take him serious. Not until my father-in-law started talking about it. And I had to put a call through to him. You know, I called him, I asked him again, like, Daddy, what really happened? Like, why are you doing this to me?
This girl in his account, he go don't call Baba Mohbad like 22 billion times. So he's just yes, I name him up. I mean now he's always calling Mohbad.
Yeah. And he kept on saying, why do I have to take him to my mother-in-law's? Don't it bears my mother-in-law's surname? Like, what want you do I have to take him to my mother-in-law? Is not his own house in Ekorodu. He's not the owner of his grandchild, you know? And I still try to tell me, Daddy, I'm scared because we've been going out there.
By your talent on block. Anybody don't want to block if you want to lose or imagine because you might not be here when they typed it, and if they are reaching out to you, you don't know why they were being blocked, you know. So please, anybody that is blocked is blocked. If I don't block anybody, Joe. Now, somebody asked a very cogent question. You didn't take the guy serious. Yes, I name Mark now. You didn't take the guy serious, but yet you guys threatened to sue him for 300 million, if I can remember that time. Led by Karimo. Yeah, let's go.
there to say different things about me. But I'm scared. Like, you cannot keep doing this and expect me to bring Liam to you. Then he was okay, what's the problem? And he hung up. So I was expecting him to talk about the DNA, but he never did. So I think, no, the next day he went on live on TikTok, on Instagram live to talk about the DNA again. Like he tried talking about it like almost every day. So I think 3 days after I called him again. Like I wanted to ask him, like, what does he really want? Like I really want to.
Do you know how many times this girl has called Baba now? He don't call Baba again. He don't call Baba. He said I called him again. After Baba went to Instagram live. So he now called Baba again.
Stop going out there to defame my baby, but he didn't pick up my calls. I called him repeatedly for like a week, but he did not pick up, so I stopped calling. So I think around November, it was around November.
Escapade, you said they among that time now. Escapade, you did among the people that say, ask for rights for getting when are the court law that.
So my lawyer sent him to me, and I told my lawyer that I am scared. Like I'm scared to take my baby to him because he has gone out there to say so many defamatory things about me. He has said it publicly that he hates me so much. Like he even went as far as
Baba. Baba don't turn doctor. Baba is not a doctor. It's Baba that sent message that I should bring. He wants to do this. Baba now sends to message to our lawyer. Should Baba get your lawyer number?
To cajole my brother-in-law to lie, like to implicate me one way or the other. Because he said it online that I used to put substance in my husband's food.
Who said this?
My father-in-law. Then I would go and F around after. Because he never knew it was my brother-in-law that prepared my husband last meal. So when he got to realize that it was my brother.
Now, look at that part. She said that Baba wants to manipulate Adura. Then Baba said he used to put substance in his husband's food and he will go and F around. Then Baba did not know. It was now when Baba discovered that it was Adura that prepared last meal. So in case autopsy contact saying na poison Mohbad, na by Mohbad, na Adura they go the look direction because na him prepared it last meal. Wumi. Let's continue.
In-law, he put a call through to my mother-in-law, and unfortunately I was with her that day. So he just called to tell her that he just got to know that it was Adura that prepared my husband last meal. That Adura and Mama should come over to his house in Ikorodu so they will know how to package the whole thing and put it on my head. I was so fortunate to be with Mama that day because I had to put it on record. And
so you have a record.
Listen to the person, and they're actually going to ask this girl because for me, all these things too now small evidence now so that they'll prove that this girl now pathetic liar first. She has to bring that recording. She has record where Baba called that they should put the whole this thing on her.
Because you said it online that I used to put substance in my husband's food.
Who said this?
My father-in-law. Then I would go F around after. Because he never knew it was my brother-in-law that prepared my husband last meal. So when he got to realize that it was my brother-in-law, he put a call through to my mother-in-law, and unfortunately I was with her that day. So he just called to tell her that he just got to know that it was Adura that prepared my husband last meal. That Adura and Mama should come over to his house in Ikorodu so they will know how to package the whole thing and put it on my head. I was so fortunate to be with Mama that day because I had to put it on record. And
So you have a recording of this.
They should, so that they will not put the other on my head. What if it was poison that killed my husband?
Oh! You have the recording of this.
Adura should come to.
What? Is it that she kept quiet or she did not answer? Be in a network. Please, let's take it back. Because now they are preaching another narrative that is poison. They are preaching another narrative that could it be poison? So it's Adura. Okay, let's hear it.
So he just called to tell her that, he just got to know that it was Adura that prepared my husband last meal. That Adura and Mama should come over to his house in Ikorodu, so they will know how to package the whole thing and put it on my head. I was so fortunate to be with Mama that day because I had to put it on record. And
So you have a recording of this?
They should, so that they know how to put it on my head. What if it was poison that killed my husband? That Adura should come to him because he does not want to lose another child. Now he didn't know that it was my brother. I know that prepared his last meal, and he has gone out there to talk about me putting something in his food. Because now we do not know the result, what the autopsy would bring. Like what if the autopsy said he died of poison? I'm so grateful that I was with my mother that day because I know it's not as if I had the intention of recording it, but I just had to do the recording because his intention was really bad. And for him to have thought of something like that, I feel like this man does not have my best interest at heart. But I was so fortunate to be my mother that day, so I had to put that thing on record.
But that essentially means that your father-in-law wanted to accuse you of murdering your husband.
He has tried. There is nothing he has not said. So when he got to realize that it was my brother, but I know that prepared that last meal, he stopped that poisoning narrative. He moved to many other ones.
A question for those of us that may be ignorant of this.
Okay.
Why can't you do the test without him?
The reason is because I've been called different names. He has called me a promiscuous woman. He has called me a cheating wife. I've been called different names that people tend not to believe whatever I have to say anymore. Like he has said so many things to my questions, and I feel like if I should get the DNA done without his consent, without him being present, that will cause another riot. That will cause another problem, because that is what he actually want me to just do, one silly mistake, because he knows that I already caught him. I'm about to stop his means of surviving. And he knows that once. So now he just want to frustrate me to do things out of anger. So he want to frustrate me to go ahead and do the DNA. So once it is done, then he will start going out there that the result is fake, and people will believe him because he's been the only one talking. Do you understand?
I get that. But do you think even if it's done in a reputable hospital, he will still be able? People will still believe him? Because if according to you, he's trying to frustrate it.
I don't think you like. Do you go online often and often?
No, I don't.
My father-in-law is now a celebrity. He's everywhere.
So I don't understand what you're doing.
People he's at least in a week. At least he do great interview. I think, if I'm not mistaken, like 2 or 3 times in a week. So people tend to listen to whatever he has to say because he has been the only one talking. Like the rest of the family has just been silenced, because of the legacy of my husband. There is no way we would talk or say anything that my husband's name will not be attached to it. Right now as I'm here, I'll be addressed as Mohbad's wife or Mohbad's widow. So his name, is being attached. So I don't want
people that.
I don't want his legacy.
Kind of people that will address you as Mohbad's wife, that they are giving you the. Yeah. You are never Mohbad's wife. That's just the truth. And I don't know why this guy interviewed you could not say that. Do you have a certificate to show that you're legally married? Says nah. Eh? And the first time, by billion CTC, the first city, are you legally married to Mohbad? Yes or no? What was his response? What was his response? His response is in the CTC. Why is it now changing mouth now? Why is it now? She said no. And she was never addressed as Aloba. Never don't know address here. You understand? So now how come under the oath she said no, and now on with Shedu, or did she say he's Mohbad's wife? Okay, let's go ahead.
To get ruined for me, but I'm very sure like that is why the other family member has been quiet.
Yeah.
And you know,
so what are you going to do? Because if I understand what you're saying that because of the way that he has mobilized public sympathy,
yeah,
anything you do now will be missing.